What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy here, Ralph, with another episode on the Ralph Angela channel. And I know, I fell off. And this time I fell off hard. So it's been a very long time since I posted a YouTube video. And like I said, I fell off the wagon wheel, and there's no excuse other than just saying, hey, you know what, I just got lazy. I actually got intentionally lazy and didn't want to show up to the gym anymore. And it's not because like I was going through the most or nothing like that. There's some things that I was just trying to figure out, but nothing to where it's just like it was holding me back. I mean, the gym has always been something to be an outlet for the stress, to kind of outlet the stuff on my mind, to kind of figure out, gain some mental clarity. So it's like it's not easy for me to say that what I was going through was the excuse of me not going. If anything, it would have made it a lot easier for me to show up, if anything. But I just got lazy. I got really lazy. Then it got to a point where I was just telling myself, I'm not going to go to the gym up until I feel like it. And 2 months straight, I went without a gym. I didn't bother renewing my gym membership. Like, I got pretty bad. And then, not that I had like the greatest physique ever, because I really didn't. I was just like, I was looking at my video from the last, from the last time I posted, and I was getting somewhere. You know, I didn't have much. I really didn't. But I did see there was some sort of definition, kind of just wanting to take off. So I was like, all right, you know what? Seeing that now, I was like, dang, like I could have done something. I could have been somewhere with it right now, like by now. But I got lazy. You know, I just wanted to chill. I wanted to eat whatever I wanted to eat, and I'm the type of person that likes food a lot. So me being on a diet plan right now, it really hurts me a lot, because I like food, man. I like food, at least for the things that I like to eat it excessively. So it's like Taco Bell, Cane's, wings and beer, some burgers, hot and spices from McDonald's. You know, I'm not a big Wendy's person, but when I go, like I'll get I think the Baconator or something like that. It's just like I like to eat. I really do. It's just I like, it's not a form of therapy. Maybe it's bad to say something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But it just makes me happy, just eating the things that I like a lot. I don't know what it is. And it's not like I said, it's not like, that's not an outlet. For sure, I know it's not an outlet for my stressor. I don't stress eat or nothing. I eat because I like to eat. I really do. For the people that kind of know me, like my cousin and his wife, like they know, like when, you know, I'm around them, I'll have something to snack on. I'll come in, like, you know, having my meal with me when I meet up with them. And then even then, right after that, I'm like, oh shit, man, I want some more. Like, I just like to eat. And it's funny and it's weird, because like I didn't gain a lot of weight because of it. I lost a lot of muscle, and just, I guess that's, as I was losing the muscle, I was kind of replacing it with some fat. And that's when I saw my physique, and I was saying, like, you know what, my physique from then till now, it's like it's bad. So I mean, it's just wanting to eat a lot, man. My dieting has been horrible or whatever. And then I started going to the gym, you know, typical thing, and just fell off the wagon. So I was like, you know what? I need to flip the switch and really dig down deep. And it always stuck to my mind about that one video with Andy Elliott. He's like a salesperson, well known, or like famous internet salesperson or whatever, that's well known around the world. And he had put some guy on the spot, and it's not to like shame him or anything like that, but it's just like, hey, you know, would you like a six-pack? He told him to take off his shirt. Obviously he didn't have one. They're like, you really want one? He's like, yeah. It's like, well, I guess you don't want it, you're not wanting it enough. You're not wanting it enough, because it would have been happening. And it always stuck. Like, if you really want it that bad, you'd really make it happen. And I guess I see that in everything, man. Like, I've just been reflecting on a little bit of everything that's going on in my life, you know, with what I'm doing for work, with my kids, with the gym. I told myself I gotta flip the switch. around and not settle for less, and just because I see I have a lot of potential, I could do a lot more. I can't be content with just thinking I can and actually doing it. You know, I've been barbering for the past 6 years, since 2020. Been full time for about 4 or 5, and it's treated me really well. I like it. You know, it has its moments. Its seasons can get pretty bad. You know, the choices that I made have made it really hard to be financially stable, and I'm just like, man, there's so much more that I can do, so much in a short period of time. And I was like, you know, like, this ain't cutting it for me right now, and it's not like, oh, it's like it's not it for everybody out there. It's not to say like don't do this as a career. It's just given the circumstances, given the situations and the choices I've made, it made it that much harder for me to get there. But right now, I'm reflecting on a lot, and then wanting to be around my kids and being there for them, being a lot more present. I told myself like something's got to change. You know, it's not cutting it for me right now. So I'm gonna have to change a career hopefully soon. I went and took an exam to kind of change that career and get that career going, but I failed the test, and I was kind of bummed out. But at least I knew next time I know what I'm looking like. I know what I'm getting into for the test, and I can actually emphasize on what I'm lacking on it. So next time around, I'll feel very confident on what I need to work on to pass it. But yeah, you know, like that has been like on my mind for the past year and a half, and now that I'm actually making moves for it, everything's kind of just falling into place for that, and I really thank God for that happening right now. It's just really, you know, you could really be wrestling with your mind sometimes, just wondering if you're making the right choice or not. But it's just like everything lately has been falling into place. And having conversations with my kids too, you know, they're wanting me to be closer to them. I live 5 hours away from them, so it gets pretty hard just trying to be there that same day with them for certain events, or just being there and like just for the hell of it. Like it really makes it tough trying to drive 5 hours thinking I could be there in like the next 30 minutes or something. Like it's not very ideal at this point anymore. I tried making the best of it, and now I'm just kind of getting to that point where they're getting older, they're understanding a lot more things, they're starting to ask for very specific things now, and it's like, okay, like that's another reason why I'm changing the careers too, because I mean the career I'm getting into is very promising. My whole family has gotten into it from Houston. They've been doing it for years. It's just one of those things that you could just look at and say, okay, you know, it's doable. You know, they made a good living off of it. You know, why can't I? So I'm like jumping on the bandwagon with them and be like, all right, you know, I'm part of this gang too. But yeah, no, it's just being able to have the financial stability to just be closer to them, because I'm not planning to stay here where I'm at right now. I live in Harlingen, and I'm planning to move to San Antonio when I get into the program. So when I switch jobs, I'll be moving out there and relocating to San Antonio, and that makes it I'm a lot closer to them. So now I'm an hour and 45 minutes away from them. So for me to be there for every little thing they got going on becomes a heck of a lot easier. So that's another thing why I considered about changing careers and just moving out there to San Antonio. Another thing is just, you know, the physical stuff. It's become very uncomfortable now, to where I can't sleep comfortably. Waking up like every 2 hours, just tossing and turning, not feeling right or comfortable, like breathing a lot heavier after holding the typical cases of water to and from the house to your car. Like it's just the typical things that, you know, shouldn't be taking so much out of you. It should just be just normal things, and just really go through those things. And now it's not a struggle. It's not like it's bad, but it's just like it's getting to that point where it's like, okay, like that's not good, and you don't want it to get worse. So I mean, and on top of that, I really want to live a long life, to be there for my kids to as old as they can be. like drastic. I'm not dropping weight fast. I'm actually trying to drop weight, but maintain my muscle and gain a little bit more at the same time. But it's mainly just to lose weight. So I'm having enough carbs to get through my day and not feel all tired and sluggish because I'm on a high protein diet or anything like that. It's just I'm emphasizing on how I eat my meals so I could get through my day as well. So right now I feel very, very not energetic, but pretty solid to go and get my workout done, even though I don't feel like it. But thanks to ChatGPT for breaking down my macros and whatnot, counting my calories and all that stuff, so that I make sure that I'm doing things the right way and not just going everything off on a whim just because I think and feel this is good for me. It's very hard doing that too when you have your own perception of things, I guess, and you kind of want to listen to your own body and say, hey, you know what, like this is probably going to be best for me, but it kind of isn't that way because it's like I'm ignoring the science, and just because I feel some specific way doesn't mean it is good for me. So I'm really having to break that conception, I guess, of my way of being when it comes to the gym, and really just dialing. Man, it's so hard to be speaking today. Dialing in and trusting that process, especially because this is like a long-term process. Like when I'm trying to aim down to 175, 170 in weight. Right now I'm at 218 as of March 25th, so it's barely been like 5 days. I'm really trying to aim for that weight, and it's going to take me about like 6 months to get there, which I don't think it's too fast or too long. But I'm in a phase 1 to where I'm just trying to just shut off the weight, not worry too much about like my dieting and showing up to the gym, and making these little changes here and there to make it easier for myself, so that when phase 2, which is my phase 1 is the first 3 months, my other phase is going to be the next 3 months. So this first 3 months, this first phase is going to be just trying to hone in and really tweak or adjust or really build the habit of just getting into this dieting plan and workout regime and everything that comes with it, with life and whatnot. So really just gonna dial in these next 3 months and see where it goes. But shout out to ChatGPT for really putting things into play. I also got a body scan that helped out when I was asking ChatGPT. Right now I'm at 218. As of the 25th, right? I'm at 218, 163 pounds, point something, 164 or something. Is lean mass, and then 55 pounds is fat. And I think that's a lot. That's a lot of fat on my body, and I feel it. When I'm doing stuff, when I'm just walking to and from, going up the stairs, like it's just those like basic routine things that you do during your day. Like you notice how much of an effect that 55 pounds of fat can have on your body. You might not think much of it, but the only thing that changes is just that weight, I guess. And that puts me at like 25% body fat, and that's a lot. Like I would say it's unhealthy based off what the BMI index is. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I do think it's unhealthy because of how it's made me feel, how my sleeping schedule has changed, just because I can't stay asleep throughout the night. I'm having to wake up every 2 hours because of it. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty unhealthy. But ChatGPT, did its thing, and now I'm just following that and really just trusting the process. Really just trusting the process as much as I can, and just making sure that I follow through with it, and instead of just seeing the potential within myself and just acting on it. I think that's what a lot of people tend to tend to fail at is that, you know, we've been told, I see so much potential in you, but at the same time it's like, well, you don't do anything with the potential. And for the longest time I felt that way, and I think, you know, being able to reflect on it is like, man, like, I feel like I could do so much more. I feel like there's always room for growth and opportunity, and, you know, chances to take a risk here and there. But are we really making the effort we're supposed to get to that point? And I don't think we are. You know, I haven't. You know, for the longest time, it's always been in and out, and now I'm trying to dial in as much as I can to say, you know what, I gave it my best effort. Up until it comes to a point where someone tells me, or a doctor tells me, you know, a therapist tells me, someone of an expertise tells me, say, you know what, this is not good for you. You should probably stop doing this. Then I'd be like, okay, you know, I'll step back and, you know, try to regroup and kind of go things about a different way. But to say that you've gotten to that point to where you've executed your max potential, no, I don't think that's ever the case. I think a very small percentage of people do that. I'm part of that the majority of percentage that doesn't. But the very small percentage of people that do that are the people that are actually, you know, are very successful. And that's where I'm trying to be. I'm aiming to be. There's so much more I want to do. There's so much that I see, and so much ideas and all these plans I would like to live out, but it's just, you know, it's just making it happen. You know, saying these things don't matter. It's just, you know, getting to that point of actually doing them is what counts. So that's where I'm at right now, as of March 30th at 7:55 in the afternoon, right before the gym. Just gotta contemplate, and I'm gonna get in there and just do my workout and just contemplate more and just get into the rhythm of just being present for the sessions and everything else. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was just really just an update of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna post more on the YouTube channel. It's just I haven't made effort for it, just because I'm really just trying to get into the rhythm again. But yeah, guys, you'll see more from me, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you guys know what's going on my progress and everything I got going on. You know, what I'm eating on my calories, how many what protein and carb like foods I'm eating and whatnot. Like I'll be as transparent as possible, like I said in previous videos. And I'll be honest with you guys, you know, sometimes I'm not going to be feeling it. You know, there's a lot of times I'm probably not going to be feeling it because I'm trying to break habits, but I'll be as transparent as possible. I'll keep you guys updated on everything. And like always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.